Hi everyone, it's me Lindsay again with EquipMeOT, here today to talk about how to complete a car transfer following a hip replacement. So this is one that I've had a few requests for, so I wanted to make sure to go over how to safely get into and out of the passenger seat of a vehicle. Now, first things first, best case scenario, you have a slightly taller vehicle like this one. This is a Chevy Equinox, so it's going to ride a little bit higher than a traditional sedan, which tends to be kind of low to the ground and difficult to get in and out of safely following a hip replacement. But this minivans, most trucks and SUVs are all going to have a slightly higher seat level, which is really nice if you're trying to keep a greater than 90-degree angle on that hip as you do your transfer. So I find this height to be really comfortable. I'm about 5'4". If you run on the taller side, it might be a little bit low, but for the most part, this is a really good height vehicle for this transfer. So let's go over how you would do this safely. Obviously, during this transfer, you're going to need your walker with you, as you will with pretty much all mobility immediately following your hip replacement surgery, both for stability, but also to help you to line up and stay safe during your process. So let's go ahead and approach. I'm going to pretend that my right hip was my surgically repaired hip, and I'm going to approach that way. So we're going to approach the vehicle nice and slow, and we're going to turn so that now I'm backing myself up to the seat. This point, we're going to step backwards ever so carefully and slowly until I can feel the door frame on the backs of my legs, okay? At that point, I'm going to reach back. I don't want to twist. I don't want to pivot on that foot. That's not good for the hip. So at this point, I'm going to use my hand to reach back to make sure I know kind of where that seat edge is. At this point, I'm going to take my other hand. If I feel stable enough, I can reach back with the second hand and find the seat behind me. Now, this is an important caveat. Before I even sat down, I set this seat up to be slightly reclined. You want that seat to be a little reclined. That's going to make sure that you keep your hip at a greater than 90 degrees throughout the process of getting in and out of the car. So have somebody set that up before you attempt to get in. All right, back to the actual transfer. I'm going to back myself so that my backside is now seated on the seat. As you can see, my right hip, I'm keeping it extended here. I'm keeping the toe pointed and the leg extended. Now I'm going to duck my head underneath and begin the process of sliding back, okay? Since my left leg was not my surgically enhanced leg, I can put that up on the running board at this point and continue to push myself back. If you have a leg lifter, at this point you could lasso your right foot and start using that leg lifter to kind of guide it around to help get it into the vehicle. I'm going to use my right arm to have a little bit of support because I know that hip is going to be sore and difficult to pull. But when I do so, I'm continuing to keep that greater than 90 degrees. So we're going to turn, 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 and now you can see I'm reclined on this seat so that when I lift my right foot over the edge of the door frame, I can do so without breaking my 90-degree hip precaution. Slide myself in. Another pro tip, if you're having a hard time scooting on the material that's on your seat, for example, this is cloth interior, which is a little grippier, higher friction. You can always add a garbage bag to the seat, which will make it much more slippery and easier to kind of scoot and twist on without having a lot of extra friction between your pants and the seat. So if you have a vinyl or leather seat, it's pretty easy without that. All right, now to get back out of the vehicle. So same thing, I'll pretend my right leg was my surgically enhanced leg. We're going to, again, I'm reclined on the seat. We're going to lift that leg gingerly over and use my left leg to kind of help me pivot. Again, we could be using the leg lifter here. We're going to drop it out over the edge. I do have a handle here I can use to kind of help with the turn, but you can see I'm still reclining. I'm pushing up from behind. I am going to get my feet near the ground, find my walker, and ever so gingerly come to a stand just like that. So there you have it, getting in and out of the car following a hip replacement surgery. Hopefully you got some value out of this video. If you did, consider giving me a thumbs up. And as always, if you need more information on how to stay safe and independent in your home and community, consider subscribing to EquipMeOT. Thank you.